All right, ready? I don't know what to say.
We've done it 100 times.
Okay.
It's the same as usual.
Welcome to another episode of Hoot and Holla podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Candace, and I'm on the social medias as Dabs of Candy. She is, to my left, my co-host, my best friend,
Whitney.
I'm Whitney. That great
was
introduction, and then he was like, "Hi, I'm new here."
I know, it's fun. It's fun to be here today, guys. I'm Whitney. I'm Whit Sparkle Shine on all of the thingies, the socials.
Yeah, all on the interwebs. And while you're on the interwebs, why don't you go on over there to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat if you like, and find the Hoot and Holla podcast as Hoot and Holla TV at Hoot and Holla TV. And also, if you're listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast app, you can also watch this episode on our YouTube channel, which is at Hoot and Holla TV, or you can search Hoot and Holla podcast as well. We have a wonderful, great show. Oh, while you're there on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Today, we're talking about our anti-bucket list, and we'll get more into that later on. But first, our sponsor for today is
Reasonable Shoes.
Why you always use your
sensible shoes? Because we're getting old and we got bad backs and we got bad knees and we need sensible shoes.
a good flat.
Something with some arch support. Because these knees ain't kneeing like they used to.
That fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, that too. That be messing with you.
That's serious.
Man.
I don't play.
That's some bad pain. I didn't know what that was at first.
Some bad ligament juju.
I was working as a store manager at Fred's. And that's when I first experienced it.
Oh.
Feet was hurting, when I went home after work, working all day, walking that concrete all day, get in bed, get relief because your feet is off the floor. Yep. The next morning, oh my God. I don't know, but I had to walk gingerly the first 5 minutes of getting up before I can actually put my feet on the ground.
It's like your feet are giant bruises.
Yeah, it's hurting. I didn't know what it was. I didn't learn that until later on. I was like, I've never experienced this.
Yes.
And I've worked in retail at that point all my life. And it's like, well, not all my life, but my adult working career.
Yeah. Mine was when I was at Walmart and walking on that concrete floor for 8 hours. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know what it was either. It took me a long time to figure it out, and I finally started buying sensible shoes, and it fixed it.
Remember when Skechers came out with like the little rocking shoes?
I was wearing those when I worked at Walmart.
Man, I was like, I
should have sued. Man,
they had a lawsuit.
I know. I should have joined that lawsuit. Man, I missed out.
Man,
because I was like, man, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna be working out while I'm working, and I'd come home and I would be dead.
Yeah,
dead.
Bad idea, Skechers. You've learned the hard way because you had to pay people.
Yep. But you don't know until you do it.
No, you don't. So if your feet is hurting, or you got a long trip planned and you're gonna be on concrete on your feet all day, whether it be for travel or whether it be for work, please wear sensible shoes. Do yourself a favor and your feet too.
Nobody cares if they're fashionable.
Some things are just about comfort.
Yes.
Your knees and back will thank you later.
Yes.
So I have a unpopular opinion,
which I do not agree with.
Because the America like this particular beverage, and it's beer.
Everywhere likes this beverage.
I don't like it. And it's not like there's two things. I don't like beer and I don't like champagne. So champagne, in all fairness, I tried it one time and it was like near New Year's, and I was like, everybody like pop champagne on New Year's. Let me try it out. So I tried it and it was nasty. It was dry and it didn't taste well. So it was the only time I had it, and it was enough to say I don't want to try it again. So beer was different because it's like I didn't like it when I first tried it. And I talked to people that actually drink beer, and they're like, just, maybe you need to try this kind because everybody's got no, try Coronas. Those are good. And I'm like,
try an IPA.
Try Heineken. No,
no.
And and it's like, no, Bud Light is where I'm at. Okay, well, I try, no, and none of it was working. I've tried several different kinds, and I've not a one that tastes any better than the other. They all trash to me. And then they was like, if I get the ones with the lime, and I don't want it. It's nasty.
I don't like any of the light ones.
Mm-hmm. Why, they don't have the strength or something like the other ones are?
I think most people that are like really coffee drinkers like the dark beers. Okay. Most people that I know that are like serious coffee
that's another
people.
thing I don't like is coffee.
Yeah, they like the dark beers because it has that same kind of undertone. I did not like any of the light beers. When I went to Memphis, something about going to Memphis when it's hot makes me want beer. No, I did the Bud Light Lime. I did the Bud Light Lime just because that was what was there that day, and that was all right. And it was in this aluminum can. It stayed cold. It was good. But I go for like Guinness. Or there's a beer, it's a coffee beer called Gotta Get Up to Get Down.
Yeah, you like that one a lot.
And there's chocolate milk stout. Sounds disgusting. It's wonderful. I have one in my fridge.
I don't like chocolate milk. So that already makes me out of that equation.
I know. But yeah, it's according to what kind of drinking we're doing. Like if I want a slow burn, like slowly get there, I'll drink beer. I would love to
be like, you know what? It's a nice hot day. You know what'd be good right now? A beer. It's like, I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Just give me some lemonade or some juice or something. I can't do beer, and I don't understand why there's such a fascination with something that tastes so terrible.
Now, IPAs. I was like you. People kept telling me, no, you need to try this. You need to try this. I tried a sour. Hell no, not for me. I have like 12 of them in my fridge because I paid for them. I don't want to just throw them out. And then IPAs. Somebody got me to try an IPA. I've tried 2 or 3 of them. It is like licking a pine tree. It is the nastiest thing.
It's natural, Whitney.
Oh my God.
Okay? It's got natural undertones.
It is horrible.
It's probably healthier. It's probably vegan. Because what's not vegan about tree bark?
It's horrible. Oh my God. It's like somebody's like got a pine cone and just ground it up into it. It's like, it's terrible.
Yeah, so that's my unpopular opinion. You may disagree, and if you think there's one out there that's just, I was like, I was the same way, but I tried this one, it changed my life. Drop it in the comments. I'm probably still not going to try it, and it's probably still going to be trash.
I'll get it and try it, but see if I can get her to try it.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. But anyway, so you know how you learn songs and you sing the words that you think are the words, and then they're not the words, and you find out later in life that those were not the words. You may call them misheard lyrics, but let me tell you, I am a Destiny's Child fan. They had a nice little ditty called Bugaboo, right? You made me want to throw my page out the window. You know, that one.
I hadn't heard that one, but okay.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Hold on,
quick. Do we have to pay for it if we play it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna play like 5 seconds. Where have you been in your life?
Well,
you never heard that? Never heard that?
No. Maybe I have.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
So you said you may have heard it.
I've heard it, but I don't like know it. I've heard it a few times.
This whole time, and I'm ashamed of myself because I'm a big Destiny Child Beyonce fan. Okay. Now I'm not a part of the beehive to the point where I'm trying to fight people in the comments because they make a comment or whatever.
How dare you?
I've never been that obsessed with anybody like that. Now I'm a fan though, she can do no wrong in my book, and Destiny Child either, but I just learned that I was singing this completely wrong. So the lyrics say, "You make me want to throw my pager out the window. Tell MCI to cut the phone pole." That was a different time and place. MCI was, the cell phone place, cellular devices and service. Anyway, the next part is what I was saying wrong. So all this time I've been saying it, you've been saying it too. You make me want to break my knee so I can't move. Like I'm ready to debilitate myself.
Wow.
So I cannot be bothered by you.
Yeah.
It's break my lease so I can move.
Now, I just heard lease when you played that, but
I didn't hear it that way. This whole time, you made me want to throw her page out the window, to MC out to cut the phone pole, break my knee so I can't move. That's what I've been saying. I just learned it is break my lease so I can move.
Oh my God.
Because you a bugaboo. A bugaboo.
Man. Man.
I was like, man, I can't believe that I was saying it wrong this whole time. I'm just mind boggled. I was like, no, surely not. I go and look up
So
the
you
lyrics.
look up lyrics on like
and
12 different sites.
Somebody's got it wrong. And then if you have Apple Music, if you play a song, if they have it available, they have the lyrics there.
Yeah.
And they'll move with the song like
Spotify
karaoke
too.
style.
Yep.
And so I play it on there. And sure enough, break my lease so I can move.
Man, it hurts my feelings when I learn that I'm wrong like that.
So we was talking earlier about being justified Karens. Hear us out, okay?
Yeah.
right.
Listen.
Listen to us. Wait a minute.
You know there is a time when you were right. And you know you were right when somebody was a douche. You know. And both of us are very non-confrontational.
Yes, very much so.
Both of us are very much, you know what, it's not worth it. Live to fight another day.
Right. It's
that kind.
It's got to be, and mainly it pertains to like at restaurants, because I believe restaurants and like retail stores is where we probably have the biggest frustrations. So it has to be completely bad. Now, when it comes to
terrible,
when it comes to
actually say
to
something.
stores, I worked in retail, so I have a little bit more of empathy for the workers, because people are buttholes to people that work those type of jobs. And so I've been on the other side, so I can understand how you could have a run in with somebody and it just ruins your whole day and attitude for whatever hours you got left. So I get it. Not making an excuse, but I'm just saying I understand. So I'm a little bit more, and also I've been in the manager side role of things and knowing what payroll they're giving you and why there ain't but 3 registers open and there's 27 lanes. I get it.
Yeah,
I understand that. Most people probably don't know that they haven't worked or lived that life.
Yeah.
So most of my frustration usually comes when I go into restaurants, because I've never worked in the restaurant industry, so I don't know no more than what I deal with as a consumer. So it has to be really, really bad for me to make a complaint of any kind to anybody, whether it be verbally right there in the restaurant while I'm there, or later on at home when you do that little survey at the bottom of the receipt, or whatever phone number or email you may find on the website. That's usually
how I do it. If I do it, that's how I do it.
So it's got to be really bad, because first of all, I think about, and I know I'm not the only one, I think about, first of all, I tend to not like piss off people that's fixing my food.
Yes.
Because you're not going to be paying soccer with my hamburger packet back there. I'm not finna have that.
I'm not playing. If it's wrong, usually I just take it anyway. If
you ask me, it's the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
Until I get home. And then I have to make my complaint, or until I consume it. And you know, it has to be bad. And I've ordered things and it be wrong or be missing. And I usually just like, it has to be like so bad that I was like, I can't ignore it.
Yeah.
But most times it's like, okay, it's okay. It's all right. It's right. You know, it's fine. You're not going to send it back? No, I'm
it's
good.
close enough.
No, it's good. I'm good. I ain't going to make a complaint.
It's tolerable.
I done waited 30 minutes for it anyway, so it's like, we'll just move on with
life. For real. For real.
So what's do you have any recent experiences doing that, or name an experience?
I've been a justified Karen 3 times probably in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And every one of them was a restaurant type experience.
Yeah.
I had one at Texas Roadhouse, one at Olive Garden, and one at Chuck E. Cheese. And the Chuck E. Cheese was, it wasn't the service there. It was the fact that we went and none there was only like in this whole place full of games and things to do.
Mm-hmm.
We bought all these tokens when you come in the door. You know, you don't
Right.
get to look around and then come back and buy tokens. You come in the door and you buy the tokens. We bought all these tokens, and then there were literally like 5 things that worked. And
Yeah, I would be pissed off.
everything else, and the kids were little bitty, so you know they were
Right,
having
they
fun
didn't
anyway.
know.
But like nothing worked.
And that place ain't cheap.
No. And so we had ordered pizza and we played the few games we could and ended up leaving with tokens in hand because it's like we've literally done all we can
rotating
do.
the 5
Yeah.
sheets.
And that was it.
Well,
So
2 of them alike.
So I went home. 2 of them were the skee ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my game, by the way.
I know I love skee ball. But anyway, so yeah, I went home and got on the website and I was like,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not asking for anything. I just wanted to inform somebody. Like, this is ridiculous. And then I got a letter in the mail and it had a gift card for like $25 or $30 worth of free tokens and a free pizza and all this stuff. And they said, we're sorry for your experience. We're actually under new management now and wanted to let you know to give us a few weeks and we'll have everything back up and running. We'd love to have you back. And I'm like, okay. Well, I gave them like 2 or 3 months and then we went back and everything was fixed.
Cool.
So I was like, all right, well, I wasn't too big of a wanker. And it ended up turning out good. So what about you?
I guess the only one that sticks out in my mind, and I don't think I've done it that many times. I may have not done. I think my brother would do it far quicker than I will. But I think the one time that I had to do it, it was at Old Charlie's, and so I had never had. And at the time, that was when I was working at the print shop, and that was on Saturdays when we would be open from like 8 to 12. And so normally, what I would do when I leave is ask my parents if they want something to eat before I leave Tupelo.
Yeah,
and I bring it to the house. So they wanted to go to Charlie. So I always would order it online, leave there, and go it's like 2 minutes away, and pick it up, take it, grab it and go to the house. So I've never had any problems at this point. We've done this a few times at this point. No problems, no issues. And so I didn't check the bag. Get home, and part of my order is missing. Okay, I can let that go. It's just me. I'm tired.
Don't want to go back.
I don't want to drive 15 minutes back and deal with that. Then we get further into the bag, and then like half of my mom's order is missing. It's like, okay, well, at this point, I got to go back because Gloria's not having it. That's the first thing. And second of all,
this has
now
become your cart.
Right. So at this point, I got to take care of it. So I call them and say, hey, I just left from there. I drove 15 minutes home and these items were missing. Okay, well, we can fix them. If you can come back up here, that's no problem. It is going to take me about 15, 20 minutes to get back. Okay, we'll have it ready for you. Great. I get back. I had to wait a little bit. They must have been having a bad day because there was people in the foyer area or the vestibule. That's how you say it?
Vestibule.
Yeah, whatever. Up in the front.
Foyer.
The foyer. Up at the front where people gather while they're waiting to get seated.
The waiting area.
Yes.
The foyer.
Anyway, they're complaining because they're having to wait so long, and one guy was being just very rude to the people, and but at the same time he's probably frustrated like I was too about having to come back up there. But anyway, finally get somebody's attention. Hey, how can I help you? It's like, okay, I called, left some things out of my order, here to pick it up. Yeah, I got it right here. Boom. All right, thank you. Had I not checked my bag before I left, I would have been back up there.
Oh my God.
Because not only did they not get it right the first time, they didn't get it right the second time. So I had to go right back inside and tell them, look, I still don't have all my order.
Oh my God.
And then they fixed it. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Because I would have been out another 15 minutes of my time, been further frustrated by the time I got to the house and noticed that it wasn't wouldn't write again. So I'd fill out the little online thing and they called me back, sure enough, like the next day, or the next business day. And and the manager was like, I was out of town. Yeah, I'm sorry. That happened. And it's like, we usually check out things. And I'm thinking about saying, y'all ain't never checked this bag when y'all bought this out. But okay, I'll let you ride with that. And wind up getting like a $40 gift card out of it. Nice. But it's like, I didn't want to do that, but it was so bad. Yeah. It was just that bad. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Somebody need to know about this.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times I'm not even intending, like, I'm not trying to get something for free.
I'm not either.
It's just like, if it was this bad and they treated me like this, somebody needs to be aware.
It's just, I enjoy the place, and it just sucks that, like if I go to a place and I go to it all the time and I just have like truly bad service that I've ever had, I gotta say something. It's like, look, guys, I like coming here, but if this is the way it's gonna be, I'm not coming here anymore. And I'm not one of those people who's like, well, I'm done with you forever, because things happen. People come and go.
You've lost a customer.
You've lost a customer for life, which most times dumb people is lying. They're going to be bad.
Oh, they're
It's just going to take a little longer for them to come back. Mm-hmm. I learned that working at Sears. Like, I'll never be back in this place. They'll be back in there.
They're coming back.
Don't worry about it.
They're coming back.
So, yeah, that's what justified Karens are. It's like, have a legitimate complaints. Is nothing wrong with that. To call somebody out and say, hey, y'all did a piss poor job today.
Yeah,
customer service. That's fine. It's the other people that don't have
the people that find a problem everywhere they go. Those are unjustified. Karens.
Those are very unjustified. Anyway,
another friend and I were talking the other day. Something horrible happened to one of this person's friends, and we got to talking about things we never want to experience. And so, of course, I bring that to Candace. And I'm like, you know what?
Yes.
Let's come up with some anti-bucket list. The anti-bucket list of things that we never want to experience.
Right. So it's the anti-bucket list.
And I'm aware that this might get morbid. So I apologize.
Her list is morbid. My list is not morbid, I don't think.
Well, good. We'll go back and forth.
Okay. All right.
I'll start with my morbidity.
Okay. Go ahead.
I never want to experience being burned all over my body.
Ooh, yeah, me either.
Never.
Me either.
That's one of my biggest fears. I never want to be burned.
It's like, it's not like a cut. When you get cut, you either get a stitch or you get a Band-Aid.
Yes.
It heals, it's fine. Burn,
no,
a little different because
huge
you feel it.
Difference.
Even when the fire's out. Oof. You feel it. I got steam burned one time. And I was like, if this what this feels like, if this is just a snippet of what it feels like to be burned, I don't want it, because that hurt.
Like on your arm or something?
It was just on like my hand, and I had, how you get like the steamer bags type things?
Yeah.
And I had opened it, and that steam rushed up and hit my hand, and I like would run it on the water and it feel fine. As soon as I bring it out, it's like it's still burning.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never experienced that, and I don't want to do it again.
I've had a friend who he was a lineman,
mm-hmm.
and he had climbed up a pole and he got struck by lightning.
Ooh.
And most of his body was burned. And what he told me he went through
mm-hmm.
to get better in the hospital, never, ever.
I'm sure mentally for him it was not great either. That's probably worse than the physical pain.
And
too.
he had survived Vietnam. He had survived mustard, like all these different things. And then he comes home and he's working and gets struck by lightning.
Wow.
Insanity.
So my first one is being a polygamist or a sister wife.
No, not for me either.
Not part of my ministry. I don't want no part of that. I don't want no part of that. I don't do good with sharing my significant other.
No.
We're not sharing men.
No.
Nope. Won't be 2 or 3 up in here.
No.
3 is definitely a crowd. 3 is definitely a crowd. So don't want no part of that. Don't want to know what that feels like. Care less about it. To each his own. If that's what you like, more power to you. God bless you.
I can't. I don't. No, I don't want to deal with that jealousy all the time because even when you're not thinking about it, you're still feeling it. You're still thinking about it. There's no way.
Yes.
No way.
Nah.
That underlying.
No.
Nope.
Can't do it. All right.
All right. So I have a recurring dream. And by the way, I'll segue this into something else. I have a recurring dream about driving off of a bridge into a body of water.
It's quite drastic.
And sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's me and my kids. But as long as I can remember, I have been in my dreams at least 2 or 3 times a month driving off of a bridge. Different bridges, different bodies of water, so it's not the same thing every time. So that's one of my biggest fears. But what's insane is, I can't remember if I told you this or not. My mother and I were talking a couple of weeks ago, and I told her that I started saying this. I said, I have a recurring dream where I drive off a bridge, and she goes, and into a lake or a river? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, I've had the same dream since I was a little kid. And we have both been having the same recurring dreams our entire lives. How weird is that?
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
I don't either. It terrifies me.
The fact that somebody's is like your ancestors or something, like is hoping one of y'all just go through with the mission.
Or they just gonna take us out one day.
It's like, okay, well, she didn't get it done. Let's try Whitney.
Put it into the next one.
Dadgummit.
Like,
so one of y'all complete the mission.
So what's weird is I've asked both of my kids, have y'all ever had a dream? And they're like, no. And I'm like, good, we're good.
I think it only affects the women in the family.
Apparently.
You didn't have girls, so you're good.
It's good. I cut it off.
Now, when you start having grandbabies.
Oh, God. Have you had this dream? It's okay. We'll tell you how to deal with it. We've dealt with it our whole lives.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's weird.
It is nuts.
So my second one would be having to choose between the red and the blue wire.
Oh my God.
I don't ever want to experience that. I don't want there to be a bomb or any explosive device and I'll have to be the one. Okay, which one? It's like, I don't know.
Red seems bad, but it seems like the obvious choice.
But red is like the blood of Jesus. And blue is like the sky. I don't know.
And you put them together and it makes purple or it could make boom. I don't know what's going to happen.
It's like, I don't want, that is so stressful to think about. It's like, I could be a hero or I could be dead.
Yes.
One of the two.
Either way.
It's like, I kill everybody or I save everybody. It's like, it's such an extreme spectrum here. I don't want that decision. I don't want no experience of that. Nope.
Oh my God.
Don't want it.
I love it. The good thing is now they have robots for that.
Good.
They just send them in and
very good.
They do it. You won't ever have to make that choice.
Awesome. I'm glad they do.
Well, all of mine are so bad. I'm just like, I feel bad. Okay, I'm going to skip that one. That one's too morbid. And we'll end on one of yours and that'll be an up.
Okay.
I hope that I never fall into a well, whether it is haunted or not haunted.
Lassie will get you.
I do not want to fall. My dog does talk.
Yeah, Twigs will get you.
Twigs got me. He'll come tell.
T-Double got you.
He'll come tell you. He'll come up to your truck.
She's good.
You know, him more so than Otis. Otis would throw me under the.
Otis like, I don't know where she is.
He'd be like, I
ain't seen her. You got treats.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. No treats. No information.
Exactly. Twig would help me out. He would lead somebody to me. And what's bad is there's a well down at my mama's. So it's always like a thing that could happen. I know where it is.
I don't even know what a well looks like.
Well, I'll show you.
No, you don't. You don't need to. You know how I am when it comes to like my anxiety kicks in and I can already see myself falling in and I don't want
just
to be
accidentally
there.
Like trip over a rock and
Nope,
just
I'll be the one. I would be the one. Nope, don't want it. Another thing that's on my anti-bucket list is being one of the Kingsguard. If you don't know what Kingsguard are, that's the people that be outside the royal palace.
The big fuzzy hats.
With the big fuzzy hats that sit there like a stone wall and you can go flick their nose and they won't react.
Man, I would suck at that job.
First of all, what do you gotta do if you got an itch? You never had an itch or something?
You just hold it in like...
Like you can't even do that because you have a facial expression. You got to be stonewall. Like what in the world?
All right, legit.
Because people walk by you every day.
Legit. What if you're having one of those days where your stomach's jacked up and like you're having to run back and forth to the back? Like what do they do?
I guess you have to plan accordingly. But at the same time, if you had something bad that you weren't aware of, Maybe they just call in. It's like, look, I ain't feeling like I can get through this today.
I don't feel like a stone wall today.
I'm feeling a little Humpty Dumpty-ish. Okay. It's like I couldn't do that because you don't think people walk by you all the time.
Yeah.
And some of these fragrances get in the air and you be like, oh my God, what was that? Jesus.
I could not,
ma'am.
I could not talk all day. That'd be harder than any of it.
Well, first of all, you people watching the whole day. How do I not comment?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like leaning forward out of my little hut, because they're in a little hut,
right,
and looking at you like.
And as a woman, and you see a fine man, you're like,
oh man, and dudes are worse about that than we are.
Nice. So. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I couldn't do that job.
No, the good thing is, if we worked at it at the same time, we can communicate without using words. We can just lean forward in our thing.
Yeah,
and
but
just
then
make
you're
faces.
gonna be like, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. We could not work the same shift. We are fired the first day.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna even make it through training.
No, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be horrible.
Any situation where you need me to be quiet is not a situation I need to be in. Life or death, okay, we'll figure that out. But any other situation is bad.
So what's your fourth one?
Avalanche. Never want to be in an avalanche. Although I did watch one of those shows like How to Survive, all these different things. So I learned, like, in an avalanche, you get like rolled over. It's kind of like going underwater, but you're under snow. Yeah. And it's like, so how do you know which way to dig if you're stuck in an avalanche? Do you dig up or do you dig down? Because you're like all twisted and you don't know where you're at. So you dig as much out around your face as you can, and then you spit. And if it goes that way, then you need to dig the other way. It's kind of like,
oh, okay, I got
it's the same thing if you're underwater. If you dove into water and you got like disoriented, you blow bubbles and you follow the bubbles. The more
makes sense. I don't plan on being in that situation.
I know. You hate water. Yeah. Frozen or solid or liquid.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not doing it. So, which brings me, it's not my number 4, but I'm moving it up to 4 since we're talking about it. Being stuck at sea. Oh, like I want to do a cruise, but I'm also afraid like we get stuck out here. It's not like being stranded on an island or something. No, because you can go other places. Yes. You're stuck at sea. You are on that ship until somebody comes on another ship and get you off. That became a legit fear of mine. I think it was during COVID when all those ships were like, right. One of them was stuck out at sea, and I'm like, I just kept thinking, what if I had an infant? Like, if I'm an adult, okay, I'll figure it out. But if I had my kids, or if I had like a baby that had to have formula and had to have all these things, oh my God, I couldn't do it. And them talking about like them telling people they have to stay in their cabins, and like, oh no, so I had to get out and get there's species and stuff everywhere, and just all kind of horrible stuff. Because they do have enough food and drinks and water and stuff for a period of time. For like a week. But they also kind of restock at different ports and stuff. So they don't have an infinite supply. Yeah, so I couldn't. Yeah, count me out. Nope. I still want to go on a cruise, but that will always be in the back of my mind. So you said you don't have another one? I just thought of one. Okay, go ahead. Because I don't want to do my other one. It's too morbid. Okay. I don't want to experience a plane crash or almost plane crash. Yeah. Like where one engine goes out and they have to land it safely. See, this is why I couldn't be a pilot. I don't fly. I couldn't be a pilot because let's just say we did have some turbulence and everything's like it's going down and I land safely. Like I get on the thing. Hey, that was close, wasn't it? Everybody good with their makers? We going down. We almost didn't make it out of that. All right, what's your last one? My last one is going to Australia. Oh my God. This is nowhere on my bucket list, but it probably should be number 1 on my anti-bucket list. When I was young and dumb, it was on my bucket list. Until I got older. There were so many things about Australia as a whole that I'm not with. Let's start by talking about their animals. The animals alone X's me out the equation completely. Okay, do you know that 21 of the 25 most venomous snakes are in Australia?
I should have known that.
21. That means 4 of them said, we're good.
We'll be in the U.S. South America, U.S., whatever.
Well, 21 said, you know what, this is cool here. I met a lot of friends. We got a lot in common. It's like...
one thing that I learned that made me go, nope, is that kangaroos stalk you. Kangaroos will find you, and if they don't like you, they will stalk you. You'll be going out in your backyard, and they'll just be standing there in the bushes watching you.
The wildlife is not for me. And then they have the raining spiders.
Yes, spider season.
That alone.
Where they're just raining down from the sky, flying on their webs.
There is no enough raid in the world to combat something like that.
You know how we have trucks that go around and spray the mosquito stuff in the... I wonder if they have trucks that spray like raid to kill all the spiders.
They probably don't.
They don't.
They
really
don't. It's just going to be...
It's an idea, but they don't.
Happen. But those things alone is enough for me to say that is not a place I want to ever visit.
And that gigantic bat that's almost the size of a human. Have you seen that one?
I'm not surprised. No. Everything over there is like, honey, I blew up the kids.
Yes.
Everything.
Aren't murder hornets there?
I don't know.
Oh,
they probably are.
My God. So like back during COVID, they're like, oh, murder hornets are in the U.S. And I'm like, well, that sounds terrible.
Right. And glad they're over there.
Yeah. And they really only made it to like Washington State or something, Oregon, if I remember right. But everything I've seen about them lately, like if you piss them off, they have a photographic memory of your face, and they are hunting you. And it is like, what kind of satanic hole did this come out of? I don't know how long murder hornets live. You know, like the lifespan of a fly is like, what, 24 or 48 hours, something like that.
I don't know the logistics.
But the bigger they are, I need to Google.
I mean, you got Google, use it.
I got the Google tubes.
Use your resources. They have huge hoot owls too over in Australia.
Hoot owl, you sound like you sound like our boss. Hoot owl,
former boss.
Your former boss. Lifespan of a
While she's looking at that, let's take a moment and talk about your salvation. Are you
murder hornet queens live up to 1 year. Worker hornets live from spring until winter. And male hornets live even shorter lives. They die after mating with a queen in the fall.
I thought we were talking about flies.
Well, I wanted to know how long a murder hornet would remember my face.
Reroute.
Okay, I need to
find out the fly, because that's the information was out. So back what we were saying, have you gotten right with the Lord?
Ooh, flying squirrel. 15 to 30 days. Man, I was wrong.
So that's how long they live?
Yep. A housefly.
So wait, so they only live 30 days? How long is a pregnancy? If a fly only lives up to about 30 days, a pregnancy can be like 24 hours.
Well, they lay eggs.
So they be born without their mama.
They could.
A bunch of orphans. I feel so sorry for them now. Oh, man. I should let that little fly make it. Dang. What? Nah. He's an orphan child. He's in no direction in life. He didn't know.
He didn't know how to act.
You don't understand because you grew up with your mama. He didn't.
Oh my God. We've gone down this rabbit hole. It's my fault.
I'm just saying, it's sad now that I think about it. R.I.P. Well, another great episode.
It's been good. It's been fun.
We appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope y'all come back next week. Hope we didn't run you off just yet.
If you want to learn more about obscure animal facts,
use your local Google.
Yes.
It's been nice. It's been fun.
It's been real.
It's been real.
It's been real fun.
We're out of here.
Holla, y'all.
Holla, y'all.